Hey everybody.
Hello.
So we're here, typical of who we are, trying to start this video on time. Um, I dropped the phone 3 times, accidentally started a live I didn't mean to start. Um, couldn't get the lights to work. This is us. Imperfect and chaotic and still showing up. So today is, November is Family Stories Month, and Jermaine and I wanted to come on and say hello to everyone and tell you, I guess, more in depth about who we are and our whole story. As indicated, it's Family Stories Month, and it's just the two of us, but this is our family. Mm-hmm. So we really wanted to take the time to let you get to know us and open our lives up a little bit more to everyone else. So if you're watching the replay, there was a little bit of fun and excitement at the beginning before the video started, but we want to go ahead and just, kind of talk a little bit and kind of get to know you and let you get to know us. So I guess my first question would be, like, how big is your family? I'm curious to know, like, the size of the families that are kind of part of our community. I'm thinking of, like, my friends that have lots and lots of children that I love, and all the new babies that have come into people's lives that I'm excited to meet. And I love learning about people's families and who they are. So about us, we met when I was 29. We just figured that out. I was still in my 20s. So it's been a little while.
But so was I.
Yeah, you were more into your 20s than I was. I was on my way out.
Well, we were there together.
Yeah, just for a few months. We were there for a few months. So my husband and I met back in 2007. And it was totally an accident that we met.
I was 26.
26, about to turn 27.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 29, on my way to 30. Yeah.
Fun times.
I still remember my birthday party when we went out to dinner, and then we went to a club, and like at 11 o'clock at night, I was like, I'm tired. He was like, I have to go to work. And my other friend was like, I have to go get my kids. And I was like, all right, so this is 30. This is fun.
Yeah.
So we accidentally met. So do you want to talk about
it? Was like accidentally on purpose, because I purposely said hello to her. So we met online. Surprise, surprise. And I think back when we were in our 20s, people were just starting to get used to meeting others online for meeting more than just crazy people, or meeting just to hook up. That was back when places like Match.com were getting popular. So
yeah, and eHarmony.
Yeah, and all those places.
When they were starting to have like their breakout into the world of dating, like eHarmony, Match.com were really big. That was also when Plenty of Fish took off. I don't know if any of y'all remember Plenty of Fish or had any experience with it.
I've never been on there.
Don't.
Okay.
Don't.
Well, it might be different now.
No, I would guarantee it's worse now.
I'm pretty sure there's still Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish in a sea of hot mess.
Well, okay. The site we met on was Black Planet. Now, Black Planet was kind of like a hotbed for hookups.
Mm-hmm.
But there were also a lot of non-hookup-y type connections on there. You just had to look for them.
Right.
So,
we were in the non-hookup-y category.
Yeah. I was just kind of coming out of a marriage at that time. I wouldn't say all the way coming out of, but I was trying to regain some independence, really, at that time. I had spent a lot of time trying to just basically my life had become engulfed in the marriage, and I had I didn't really have my own social life. So I wanted to try and regain some of that by meeting people, but not people face to face. Like I had really no desire to go out and socialize with people. So I figured if I can just chat every now and then with people, like say hello, have like online friends, that way I don't have to actually see them or have any physical contact with them. I can just talk to them, be social, and, deal with my own mess on my own terms.
Right. So I didn't know about all of that
You didn't.
until, yeah. So, in case somebody is watching this video, like, I know she did not. I know this Christian marriage woman did not mess with a married man. Let me stop you there. That's not how that went down. So we met online, and for me, I knew that I wanted to be married, and it was it was crucially important for me that the person I dated, that I had a friendship with, and the person that I married, I wanted him to be my best friend. So when I met him, I was just looking for a friend because like the only people that I really knew in Memphis, it was like, yeah, I'm not going to date any of these people. So just kind of looking for new people and branching out. So when I met him, we talked online for about 6 weeks before, because it was beginning of September. We didn't meet until October. And even then, huh?
Yeah, it was quite some time.
Even then, I had to say, so are you going to ask me for my number or what?
And again, I was very comfortable with the whole online chatting thing. That was my comfort zone. I was cool with that. And I was just like, okay, we just stay right here. This is where I'm comfortable.
I was not okay with that because I knew what I was there for. I was not there to play games. We're trying to, make this happen. What?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
No.
It makes sense. I wasn't there.
But you shouldn't have been there, which is one thing I appreciated because, like, if you didn't catch that, he was separated from his wife at the time. And me personally, I had already kind of like fallen in love with him, but that was on me. Because I went in it with, okay, I'm going to find a dude, I'm going to get married, and I fell in love with him, and he was just trying to be like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, so are you going to marry me? Let's get married right out the gate. But he definitely slowed things down as, they should have been because what I was looking for from him, he was not in a place or had a right to give me. So that kind of like pumped the brakes on that real fast.
Yeah. And I had to be man enough to actually know what it is that I wanted and say that to her in a way that she could understand very clearly what my intentions were.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You okay?
Some phantom flew in my eyeball. Go ahead.
Sorry, totally just digress from what we were doing.
Okay.
Good?
Yes, I'm back.
So yeah. So what we were looking for, I don't know.
I wasn't looking for anything other than I needed a way to be social with people without, while still being true to my marriage. So, which I was still in, even though I was separated, I still had to, there was still a chance that me and my wife at the time would have gotten back together. And, I had just moved into an apartment. So I had moved into an apartment here in the city, and my life was consumed with work, and that was it. All I did was work and come back home. So I needed a way to be social.
Hi, Katie.
Hello. I needed a way to be social without, putting myself in danger or, having people see me out in public with other people, and they're questioning, wondering what I'm doing. How small Memphis is only 1.5 degrees of separation.
That's very true.
And then if you go to anybody's church of any size, there is no separation. Somebody out there knows you or knows somebody that knows you. So there was no getting around that. So I had to be really careful, which is why I chose to do the online thing.
Yeah. And I was just really looking for, are you okay?
That could have been bad. Okay.
Oh.
Hot pickle juice.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. We digress again. Yeah, and I was just really looking for, a friend to get to know here in the city so that, if something developed down the road, I didn't want to date anybody that I didn't know and have some sort of relationship with. That actually happened, and I will confess this because a lot of people don't know this about me either. I did date someone who was married, but I didn't know that they were married. And now I feel like I have a type.
Chain.
I didn't know that he was married, and it was a very, very contentious and very hostile situation, and I was not aware of all the details. And I definitely take responsibility for my role in that I rushed into it because I was so desperate to be married that, it was like, okay, this guy is, I guess good enough. So let's see where this goes. And not knowing, not really taking the time to get to know him. There was a lot of, heartache and hurt that could have been avoided if I had not rushed into that situation. So when I met Jermaine, and he, when we met in person, and he said, I need to be honest and let you know that I'm, separated from my wife, I immediately stepped back because I had already started developing feelings, but I knew that it could be nothing more than, casual conversation, because that was, and saying that it was inappropriate does not seem like that's big enough. There are a lot of times, and a lot of women I see, unfortunately, who will meet a guy and, he says, well, I'm separated, or, I'm seeing somebody else, but it's not serious. And they kind of forge ahead and say, well, I can change his mind. I can be the person that he chooses. And you not only disrespect whatever relationship he's in, you bring it's a dishonor to yourself to allow yourself to be, I guess, used by another person who is still like caught up in whatever relationship or marriage or whatever situation is going on. It's just, to me, very disrespectful. And it doesn't bring, honor to yourself to do that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Huh?
I agree.
He agrees. So yeah, that's kind of how we met. A lot of people don't know that we met online.
Yeah. And then when we say Black Panther, they're like, no, it wasn't like that.
No, it was not at all. Very much a friendship that we started. Hey, Keisha. Very much a friendship that we started and, carefully cultivated before we even, attempted to like each other. Because it was, 2 years before you admitted you liked me?
It was 2 years before we dated. I admitted I liked you.
Well, 2 years before you officially liked me.
Yeah. On Facebook.
Yeah, we made it Facebook official 2 years in. So yeah, just, that's, very interesting story about how we met and what was going on when we met.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a homewrecker. I just want to end the video by saying that I'm not a homewrecker.
Right, she's not.
He's not a home wrecker either,
I'm not.
actually.
No.
No.
We are home unwreckers.
We are home builders in the spiritual sense.
I prefer unwreckers.
Home unwreckers?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go with home unwreckers because that's what he wants to say. Sure.
Well, it's just, yeah.
That's going to be his thing. That's just our brief introduction. We're going to be coming live Monday through Friday for the next 3 weeks. I know that was kind of a very surface level introduction, but there's a lot of interesting stuff behind who we are. So later on this week, we're going to talk more about like our online dating experience and, red flags with online dating. We're going to talk a little bit about our first date. Our first date is the reason why I got a second date. You definitely want to hear that story. And how we like really built a true friendship. So if this is your first time visiting and you don't know what Yoked is about, we are working to help people build strong Christian marriages. And one way that we're definitely trying to do that is by being transparent in who we are and our journey and our trials and our triumphs and what we've learned along the way and how we can, how we want to help people use our stories and learn from our lessons to have better relationships and stronger marriages. So I hope that you join us. We'll be here Monday through Friday for the rest of the month at 6 p.m. is the plan. If anything changes, we'll let you know.
All right.
So thanks for listening and watching, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.